Welcome to Off the Road. This video is about what's new in the way of helicopters as of late summer, August 2020. There's a new helicopter. It's available in all the land masses except for islands called the Phoenix. And the helicopters have a new function. However, the Phoenix does not show up on the map on all these land masses. Here we are in the cabin of the Zeke. I'm going to show you how to find the Phoenix here. How about we change that to chase mode? And I get a few. There, we'll do the distant chase mode. This is how you always start out on the shore, landmass. The easiest way to find the Phoenix on this landmass, you turn inland. It's a little round lake there, and you just keep going this way. I'll reset the camera, point it straight forward. It's kind of hard to see, but it's straight ahead there. It's red and white. It's like a rescue helicopter. How about we hit the handbrake there? Looks quite different than all the other helicopters. There, you can probably see it a little better. How about we take it for a ride, and just for the heck of it, here we are inside of the cabin. It looks a little different or the cockpit, than the other helicopters, but I find it awkward to fly in that mode. And you can see the wheel tracks that led us from the start point, the location of the Phoenix. How about I open up the map? You can see where I left the truck there. You can see a ghost of my helicopter, and there's a call helicopter. However, on the map up in the corner there on the left, there is no helicopter at that location. As with 3 of the land masses the Phoenix is on. If you have, that doesn't indicate where the Phoenix is to you on this landmass. You probably know where these features are. You just follow that one straight out towards the rest of the landmass, and you'll come across the Phoenix. The Phoenix has some special functions that you don't find with your other helicopters. Oops, I accidentally fell out of my helicopter. The Phoenix floats. It's got like emergency floats on it. They function better than emergency floats do on regular helicopters. You can deploy these ones multiple times. However, if you were to just hover over the water, sometimes they act funny. They bob up and down with the ocean, and the ocean bobs up and down. And now, what is most interesting that's happened with the helicopters? I'm going to go to a rock quarry here. You can actually get products from the quarries, the wood choppers, and the foundries. You get to carry them in a hopper here. This hopper has a 5,000 kilo capacity. I'm going to drop off that hopper now. I've staged the rest of the helicopters, all 5 different types of helicopters that are available in Off the Road up here, so we can take a look at them and compare them. You might notice the Phoenix is almost the same size as the most recent Eagle that came out. However, I find the rotor sweep isn't quite as good for picking up coins off of the landmass. I find the rotor sweep with the Eagle is about the same as with our largest helicopter here, the great big green transport helicopter, which you'll notice looks substantially bigger than the Phoenix. And we can compare that to the two original helicopters from the game. The Phoenix is bigger than the orange helicopter by a fair amount. And it's definitely bigger than the tiny little wireframe helicopter. I'm going to set the Phoenix down here momentarily. You can see our containers still floating out there out in the ocean. It's funny that they actually float. That one's full of rocks. Wood one will float too. I haven't checked with the one with iron in it, but I imagine it will also float. They don't stay there that long though. Now, I'm going to go get the little wireframe helicopter here. Show you about the little bit more about the new capacity of the helicopters being able to haul hoppers. Yep. The little wireframe helicopter can haul a container. It doesn't normally fly this bad. I think I just made a mistake in maneuvering. No, I didn't. It is flying this bad because the hopper is hooked on one of the skeets. That's also a problem with the orange helicopter. And I find it's even worse with the Phoenix. Perhaps the reason it's worse with the Phoenix is because they have to leave room on their helicopter for those floats. I'm going to take this hopper and fly it over to the other hopper there from the Phoenix. Now you can see there are timers that have started there. There's a 2-minute timer for each of those hoppers. They'll disappear after 2 minutes if you leave them there on their own. And you can see they're different sizes. The little wireframe helicopter can only carry a 2,000 kilo hopper. And the 10 unit one there from the Phoenix is 5,000 kilo. There's labels on the hoppers there somewhere. But we're going to leave those there now. You can see that there's a substantial difference in the size. Our little wireframe wouldn't be very good at doing transport. It'd be better to use a larger helicopter. I'll get out of their little wireframe helicopter here. Now, let's go check out the biggest helicopter. Long ways up to this big giant. This is our green transport helicopter. It has the same capacity, but you've got to watch it when you pick up loads. This way, if you're right down on the ground, the load will go internally and you'll have a devil of a time trying to haul it out of there. Best is to go the maximum height you can. Look at that, it's got 15 units. There are no labels on that hopper to say exactly what size of weight it is. It's just got those yellow and black bar loops at the end to make it a little bit distinctive. It is much more distinctive than the other containers. The other containers look much like just a variation in size on one another. Oops, look at that. I can't compare all our containers now. How about I put this one right there, unhook it, can see there's quite a difference in size there. And I'm not going to go to all the trouble of parking this helicopter. I'm just going to jump out of them right here. Let's go get the Eagle. And the other thing I find with the great big green transport helicopter, it's got a lot of mass to it, so they built momentum into it, and it flies real slow when I find you have to be make your moves very far out from where you're going. Here we are in the Eagle. The Eagle can only carry a 10-unit hopper. Here, we'll put all three different types of hoppers together here so you can compare them. There we go. All three different containers there. There is quite the difference between the 10 and the 15. I'm surprised the 15-unit hopper doesn't carry more than that, given how big it is compared to the 10-unit, but that's how Doug Bite designed the game. There's one other helicopter we can try to see how much it can transport in our utility hoppers. And the hoppers for the other two products, the wood and iron, are always the same size, same number of units. It's the same hopper from each one of the products. And with this one, because it's got skeets, it's usually a good idea not either to be right down on the ground or just near the top of the sign for picking up, to pick up a load. It did not pick up a load. It was a little bit too slow. There we go. We have got a load. It's also 10 units. So the only booby prize you get is if you get the little wireframe helicopter. Otherwise, you can do a fair amount of hauling with your helicopters. Maybe the green helicopter is probably not the best option, but the Eagle helicopter I find perhaps is the best of the lot. Now, if we sit here long enough, we can actually watch some of those hoppers disappear as they time down to 0 after 2 minutes after me putting them there. There looks like the little yellow one under the left end of the big container is about to disappear, and there it goes. So there you have it. That's pretty much all the new functions of the helicopters as of late summer 2020 that Doug Bite's built into the game. So if you found that somewhat useful or enjoyable, I'm going to call that a video.